Hey kid, is dad coming to you from the shed today? I was listening to a show on Spotify that I heard an interesting term and it made me think a little deeply about it. The term was married privilege. We live in a time right now where the word privilege is bantered about, whether it's privilege or whatever you want to call it, all kinds of stuff out there. I'm not a big believer in that. I mean, there's disadvantaged people all over the world from all races. You can be disadvantaged, but I am a believer in the married privilege. I come from two married parents. They're passed away now, of course, but they stayed married my entire life. That they were alive. Your mom comes from married parents who are still together, obviously. Your grandparents. You three are coming from married parents. And I do agree that that is a massive benefit. And I hope that the reason I mention it, as you get older, you're very careful about finding that right person to marry. And then you're very intentional about your relationship and staying married in the long term, because it is the biggest leg up in life, I think, that anybody can get outside of just being an American. Let's be honest. If you're born in America, right, you're born into a massive piece of opportunity. Not that there's not challenges, if you don't come from a married home or something like that, or not that you can't make a good life if you come from divorce. I'm not saying that. It's not the end all be all. I mean, my dad had been divorced before he married my mom, and I've got three pretty decent brothers and sisters. Sorry, four, even though I didn't know one of my sisters for a long time. But I guess I just want to say that my encouragement to you guys is that you find the right person. You understand that it's not all sunshine and roses. It starts off that way, but life is not capable of sustaining that early euphoria you have when you first get into a relationship. It takes work. I would say that the best relationships are the ones where you're doing your best to look out for the other person. If you're looking out for your wife or your husband and they're doing the same for you, that's a pretty good relationship. That's something that you should do everything you can to fight for. And then when you have kids, you really have brought draftees into this world. They didn't volunteer as kids to come into this world. And so that's a level of responsibility that you got to realize you owe them for bringing them into this world. And you owe them as much energy and effort as you can put into your marriage to keep that strong and going forward. Now, if you ever find yourself in a situation where it's abusive or something like that, that's not the story I'm talking about, right? But I am talking about just not giving up at the first sign of trouble to go chase your bliss. I think that's a bunch of BS, truthfully. So anyway, you kids are lucky. You are coming out of a multi-generational home that was married all the way through. So congratulations. That's something to be celebrated, and that's a challenge I hope that you're able to keep for your future children as well. Love, Dad.